Welcome to National Discourse.
Current affairs.
We must not extricate anybody from corruption. If any one of them is found wanting, the due course and the law must take its course.
Nation building.
Administration is slightly different from the last one in the fight against corruption.
We need to really task our leaders, who are the religious leaders, from the emir, from the bishops, from whoever they can.
Some of our village markets, there are people, they call them in Hausa Nakama. They are like Agberu in the markets. Whatever anything is not useful to you is not important to you.
Politics.
What happened in Benue might be political. It still has an undertone, not political, dated way back. If you follow history.
It's interactive.
Not part of Nigeria.
Okay.
And it will not be good for us.
When they gather their people, they tell them, these Hausa people are your enemies. When Hausas gather together, they tell them, these Igbo people are your enemies. When the Yoruba people gather together, they say the same thing.
Who are we? We are just from the background. And today, we are here in TSTV. And that is why we must propagate our own.
National Discourse, weekdays on NCTV.
Good morning, Nigeria. Of course, welcome to National Discourse. We are still committed to bringing the unity of Nigeria, in focus. That is still a major priority in National Discourse. And of course, it's a bright Monday morning after all the resting and all that. We are back here in the studio to discuss matters that have arisen over the weekend. Now today we're going to discuss about the just concluded APC convention that took place Saturday and ran into Sunday. That is what we're going to look at today. But before then, I have a guest in the studio. We'll go for a short break, and when we come back, I will introduce our regular guest that you would want to see on the screen and of course on this platform every day. I still remain your host, Uche Uduma. Let's go for the break.
Welcome to National Discourse.
Current affairs.
We must not extricate anybody from corruption. If any one of them is found wanting, the due course and the law must take its course.
Nation building.
Administration is slightly different from the last one in the fight against corruption.
We need to really task our leaders, who are the religious leaders, from the emir, from the bishops, from whoever they can.
Some of our village markets, there are people, they call them in Hausa Nakama. They are like Agberu in the markets. Whatever anything is not useful to you is not important to you.
Politics.
What happened in Benue might be political. It still has an undertone, not political, dated way back. If you follow history.
It's interactive.
Not part of Nigeria.
Okay.
And it will not be good for us.
When they gather their people, they tell them, these Hausa people are your enemies. When Hausas gather together, they tell them, these Igbo people are your enemies. When the Yoruba people gather together, they say the same thing.
Who are we? We are just from the background. And today, we are here in TSTV. And that is why we must propagate our own.
National Discourse, weekdays on NCTV.
All right, welcome back from that short break. I have someone in the studio. Like I said, I have Citizen Goodman. He doesn't want to be addressed as Mr. or any other title, but Citizen Goodman. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Uche.
Good morning, sir.
Pleasure is mine.
Thank you very much for coming on the program.
Good morning to Nigeria.
All right, we are discussing APC convention, the just concluded convention of the All Progressive Congress. Of course, the ruling party we have in Nigeria now. So, what's the update we have?
Well, the update is it's no longer news. Ochomole has conquered, and Tinubu has consolidated, and Buhari has secured his mandate. So these are the three stars of the arrangement. They came and they perfected their arrangement, which is good for the party. We expected a contest, but it was more of a selection, an endorsement, which is democratic anyway. If you
selection is democratic?
Yes, in Nigeria.
In place of election?
Yes, Nigeria. In Nigeria, in quote. It's democratic. Have you forgotten that at the point a political party printed one form and nobody said anything? It was in 2015. They printed one form for only Jonathan for primary, and that was the largest party in Africa, printing a form for one person. Nobody said anything. The gate of the court were all wide open. Nobody went in to complain. There was no protest. So the only issue that happened was not Oshomole should not be. There were issues there. Some 3-4 states had issues. Sure. But the issue was the authentic delegates. Who is the rightful delegates to be there? Definitely there should be kind of a stipend or allowance for them, which actually the present situation of the country, nobody want to lose his or her money or entitlement.
All right, now before we go into details, you said Tinubu consolidated. What do you mean by that statement?
Yes, I told on this particular platform here, I told you that APC PLC, and it never went down well with you. We have equity shareholders, and then we have materials or tools. Members are tools in the hands of the shareholders or equity shareholders. Yes, why was the chairman removed and the secretary remains? Well, let me congratulate my comrade Adams Oshomole, who has the liver for fatigue. He has been a crisis manager, and I'm sure he has been given his own rightful place to occupy, his pride of place. He's broad, but I want to advise my senior comrade Oshomole to really prioritize his program. Bird does not fly because the sky is free. The bird will not take off without having a destination on its mind. So Oshomole must have been brought in for a purpose, which I mentioned that Tinubu has finally consolidated his foot. He belongs to the party, belongs to him, and he had a problem with his manager. He is the chief executive of the party. Then his manager then was John Odigi Oyagu, the former governor of Edo State, and then he was acting a different script. He was more inclined to the governors. He was not looking at the Godfather. And the Godfather got angry, and then hence the change. And the secretary remains, maybe because he's still a loyal boy of the establishment. So Buhari is gradually becoming a politician. Is moving slowly and steadily. He has secured his mandate. Oshomole is brought for a purpose, and this purpose will manifest in the course of time.
Now, are you saying the former chairman, John Adigoyege, are you saying there was no synergy between him and the current president?
No, I didn't mention the president. The president was is somebody who said from day one that he belongs to nobody, and then is for everybody. So he has the liver and heart to bear as a soldier. He can go on with bullet wounds, even bullets in his flesh. So the man has a liver and heart and the ability to absorb pain. He has a focus. He's bent on removing all the corrupt people from position. I wish him good luck in that aspect of his endeavor. He has no face-to-face confrontation with the chairman. Left for him, he will leave everybody to be, because they are not issues to him. They don't bother him. They don't stop him from doing his own work. He is after criminals and insurgents. So how will Oyegu become a problem to him?
And talking about insurgents, of course, we're going to have that as a fresh topic. Now, something happened yesterday in Jos.
Yes.
Like, I think the news carried out over 86 people were confirmed dead.
Yes.
So,
it's so sad. It's so sad. It's going beyond security. It will require serious prayer to save this country. But I want to believe that if the attention that was given to that convention is given to security of this country, it's possible to avert most of these things. I want to believe that politics will not consume Buhari because he is not a politician. No, he is not.
What do you mean he's not a politician?
He's a soldier, he's a security man.
But we've seen soldiers, turn politicians and come to rulers. Obasanjo was once a soldier, right?
Obasanjo, from his antecedent, you can see that he is not a politician. Even Buhari is not a politician. Politicians compromise. Politicians want to win at all costs. Buhari is ready to lose. And he will go back home and sleep well. He is not a politician. He's an upright person. He's a material that could be used to win an election. Hence, he was brought in. Without Buhari, there's no APC. APC is Buhari and Buhari is APC. So Buhari is not a politician. He is not. He's a soldier. He's a trained soldier. He's a security man. And from his activities, you can really pick it out, his direction. Now, he's not funding the party. Unlike the budget for the party, before now, is more than the budget of this country. Even money meant for security was allowed to be shared among politicians before. Are you not aware of that, Uche? So are you seeing that? Even money for this convention, I think it was funded, they struggled to fund it. It was done by maybe governors. The president did not give them anything because there was no allocation, no vote for the convention anywhere. They didn't set it aside anywhere. You see, and I want to warn members of political party in this country. We better realize how party is financed, how party is run, particularly the financing aspect of political party. If you take out the membership card of a party, you will see where dues are written for members to pay. That's the money they use to run a political party.
Are you saying APC don't pay their dues?
APC is not paying, PDP is not paying, nobody is paying.
How did you get this fact?
Because I am part of them. I live with them. I know what is happening. I was a manager, I managed a party, I was a secretary of ACN Kogi State. I brought APC to Kogi State.
Wow.
Yeah, I was state secretary of ACN.
Are you still there? Did you attend the convention?
No, I am no longer in APC. I left because of what happened in my state when we had a professional contestant, somebody who kept contesting the election until he died. So he never allowed the young one to grow, and I want to grow. I'm looking for a space to serve. I want to make my contribution, my mark and my impact before I depart this earth. I can't be carrying placard or mukeso, carrying postal for somebody all my life. No. That's why I left.
Okay, now that the person you're talking about is no longer in seat, the person you have now in seat, is it giving the young people this opportunity to participate? I know he's a young person. I know. But is he ready to part way for others to
Uche, let us not discuss Kogi State.
No, we are not. We are not. It's just an aside.
It's kind of the people they are mourning. It's so sad and so painful. It's tragic. The situation in Kogi State. The guy has no respect for anybody. Not even his own contemporaries. His focus is how much he can pack. People are dying. I will always wear a black collar any day I'm going out because I'm mourning. The Friday before this one, 5 persons collapsed from the specialist hospital. 2 medical doctors and 3 nurses.
Why?
Dr. Rosemary is dead and about to be buried now. One of the people that collapsed because they could not find their names on the pay list. They were not paid for some month. The hospital was closed down for a long time now, and when they finally agreed to open it, and they couldn't find their names on the payroll, on the list. So The high blood pressure, they collapsed. One died, 4 are under intensive care. So,
Well,
and the director and Minister of Education died again about the same time, putting his head on the table, thinking about how to eat, how the children will eat, and he died there. And one again died in Olamaba within 4 days. High-profile people died, about 6, 7 of them. So let us discuss Kogi State.
All right.
Let's discuss
away from that. Something actually else that brought away from that. Now we saw someone like Kwankwaso not attending the convention, and I don't know what could be the reason apart from what he said.
Kwankwaso is already living in diaspora while in the country. He has been on the run. He has been chased away from home. He helped to install a government. He brought somebody, rightly or wrongly. The same person he brought is now his own albatross. They are looking for a state. He cannot visit Kano State, his home state. A chief executive, 2 times governor of a state, an excellent governor for that matter. He did well. May God protect him. Amen. He can't visit home. He can't even dare go to that convention, that Eagle Square. They will square him. He's not safe. He's an intelligent man. He knew what will happen if he gets there. So he decided to go visit Achiko, and they discussed for almost an hour, and he left. So that was a wise thing to do.
All right. I think we have the first call. Oh, we've lost it. So, are we now saying that, are you rather saying that APC is not a safe party for some persons to operate?
No, it's not. Definitely, you know it. You don't need to ask me. There are people who cannot go home. There are people who cannot attend party functions, and they are still in that party. Listen to the comment of Saraki, Bukola Saraki and Dogara. They asked Ochomole to make sure justice returns back to the party. That was their request. And Buhari said APC will serve Nigeria better now. That means they've not been serving us well. And Ochomole is saying there's no loser, but somebody cannot return back to office. I don't understand that language. But the issue is must it be a those states that will produce the chairman of the party? One is going out, another is coming in. What we are made to understand is that it's a zonal arrangement. The whole of South. If one is not good.
Can we be the first call?
Go ahead, Uche, go ahead.
Hello, good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
Thank you for your. I am well with you.
Good on you.
I was happy that you are discussing this very much. I am Honor from Modelo.
Oh, thank you. Is this a judge?
So I thank you for discussing giving a little insight about COVID problem. So we are not discussing COVID issue.
Yeah.
So I want you to at least bring the threat of COVID issues more to the national discourse so that they will know what the civil servants will be talking to.
All right.
It's okay.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll have a day we'll discuss Kogi State, and today we are looking at APC convention that is just concluded just over the weekend. So, sir, you were updating us on.
Yes, I was talking about the comment of various actors. There are a lot of bottlenecks there, you like it or not. Some will explode and some will remain like that. The issue of new PDP is still vibrating in APC. I can't imagine. It's unbelievable that after this long period, a new PDP is still there. And if you are aggrieved and you don't like the way you have been treated there, like they came as observers to the convention, why not go back to your party? Like my friend told me, no amount of APC drug will be enough to revive PDP. And I said, what do you mean? You understand what he said?
No.
He said no amount of APC drug will revive PDP. So what are we saying? We're talking about there are some people who are aggrieved, who are not happy, who say they have their own party and held on tenaciously to their party, known as NDP, new NPDP. Why not go back to the original party if you are aggrieved, if you don't like the way you have been treated? They hang there, they remain there.
Okay, now, someone like the governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, in part of the statements that he released, one caught my attention. He said that the party has been weak, ab initio, that he hopes that they become stronger now. And he is a chairman, coordinating Southeast, and of course, he is still a member of APC. Before I react to that, can we just pick this call? Oh, we lost it.
Okay, APC was as weak as anything. Hence, what is happening in Kogi State is happening. The chairman will just call on the governor, knowing fully well that the boy is not doing well, that the boy is not paying salary, which is the essence of working. But he goes there to take his own money from him, and he smiles back home. All is well in Kogi State. Under the leadership of John Odigo Oyegu, about 80% of the state in the country were divided into 2 or 3. Go to Kano, you have Pankwasia and Ganduje. Go to Kaduna State, you have Shehu Sani and the rest, and El Rufai. Go to Kogi State, you have Falake and Bello Group. Go to Imo State, is Nassau and Okorocha. Go to Lagos State, you have Munir Banire Baniz, that doctor, national legal advisor before, and the Tinubu Group. Go to anywhere the party was polarized, divided into 2, in some cases 3, under Oyegu. And he could not, as old as he is, with so much experience, he couldn't utilize it. That was why Buhari, in his wisdom, decided to put in place a reconciliatory committee to do the needful, headed by Tinubu. And that's why I wrote there that the thing died on the spot, on arrival. Tinubu is aggrieved with the chairman, and he's made the chairman again, he's brought again. How can he be an arbiter in your own case? So, I'm sure he finally took Oyegu to the abattoir for slaughtering and decided to bring the lawyer boy, an errand boy, to run the errand.
When you're talking about the lawyer boy, let's remember that it was Tinubu that brought John Adigoyege. Then he was loyal. Now, do we expect the same loyalty that Oshomole is giving to the party now, or to Tinubu, the chairman of the party, the real chairman or owner of the party? Do we expect that kind of loyalty, this godfatherism factor, to still play out, in this tenure that he's taking off?
Yes, Oshomole may end up moving the party or stop the party from moving.
How do you mean by that?
Yes, Oshomole enjoys so much independence. He has been a comrade. He has been into crisis before. In the heat of crisis, he will be smiling because he's used to it. So he may step on toes because as a comrade, you may not please somebody to displease the people. So I expected that to manifest in the leadership of Oshomole. I don't see Oshomole remaining a tool or a biro or a pen that can be used to write nonsense. And Oshomole is dogged, agree. And if you put him and the Godfather together, they belongs to age group, they are of age mates. It's not a young man anymore. Both of them are 66 or so, or 67 or thereabout. So they should be careful with Oshomole, because the International Labour Organization still have a say if Oshomole is misbehaving, because he's part of them. Internationally, he's known. His friend from the international community will call his attention if he turns to be a different Oshomole from the one we know. So they think that Oshomole will be a puppet or a rubber stamp. He won't. He has said it himself. And definitely he's not going to be. But Oshomole should save the life of APC. APC was moribund, was dying, heading towards the mortuary, under intensive care. But Oshomole is now the oxygen. I look at him as the oxygen.
Trying to revive.
To revive the party, even though the party was dying, and it would have been dead a short time from now.
It's not too early for such a party, such a young party. Look at the formation of APC. This is just barely 3 years plus. Is it not too early for a party of the magnitude to, head towards the direction you're talking about?
What is the ideology behind the party? They lacked ideology. They are full of capitalists among them. The purpose for which APC was established is just to change the government, hence the change mantra, to take over the government. So the manifesto of the party is lying fallow. Nobody's using it. So how do you run a party without following the manifesto? People belong to the party because of the manifesto of that party, and you assume office and you drop the manifesto the first day. At the point, Buhari was arguing that he would never promise to do anything. And that thing we were talking, that was paying stipend to NYC. It was written in the manifesto. I was in Sheraton, in Nikon Nuga Hotel, the day the manifesto of the party was launched. And that was mentioned. I was there. I was part of the party that time. They talk about paying stipend to NYC, that they can keep them going after their national service, youth service, until they get a job. It's kind of social insurance or security. But the president said he never arranged or discussed that with anybody.
All right, now let's look at the ones that have formed the 3 cardinal points that brought the government into place. Now, that was written in the manifesto of the party. Now, Buhari, this administration, while they were coming in, they came in with 3 cardinal points: economy, security, and fighting of corruption. So, leaving the one in the manifesto, these 3 cardinal points, have they been properly met?
Well, these 3, they are facing 2 of it. That is the security, but the security they are facing aspect is how to defeat the insurgents, the Boko Haram, which they are yet to do so completely. And the issue of corruption, just recently we witnessed the jailing of some few high-profile people. But some corrupt people are still moving around the power of corridor. They should do more than they are doing. I always look at Magu for that, because that is separated from Buhari's function. Magu is in charge. And they didn't ask him not to spare anybody. They didn't say this is the no-go area. I don't think the president will tell him that. They asked him to go after corrupt people. The corrupt people can be the president himself. If he's corrupt, Magu should go after him. If the immunity is there to protect him now, immunity will not stop you from investigating him. So you can investigate somebody while he's in the office. But the aspect of economy, the economy of this country, government really need to do something about it. What is the economy? The power, the ability, the power to survive. Nigerian can't survive now. You don't know when the next meal is coming. Not where it's coming from, when it's coming. It's different from when it's coming. You don't even know where it's coming from. And you don't know when it's coming. So people now live at the mercy of God. A lot of people are dying with the massive killing, massive death, harvest of death. Hunger is a major thing killing. You are hearing of a cholera outbreak here and there. It was not as rampant as this before. The reason being, people can eat whatever is available. Can eat anything. Hunger will force you to eat anything. You don't mind the consequence because you don't want to die of hunger and starvation. And you are taking poison. After eating, you are dying. And if you don't eat, you are dying. So where are we? What's happening to us?
All right. Let's pick this call before we continue. Hello? 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 Oh, I think the network is very bad. We've been missing some calls, and of course, even the one you managed to pick, we just go like that. Okay, now going back to the conventions, we'll still revisit the economic issue. Now, we still saw fights, which I want to believe is normal, right? Yeah, we saw some fights that broke up within some states. Of course, Imo State and
Delta State.
Delta State and some other states. Sorry, sir. Hello, good morning. We lost it. All right. Now, looking at such fight in the midst of the convention, and one of the fights that broke up, the Imo State fight, was while the president was addressing, people in the convention. Now, what does that say about the party? Please hold on, sir. Hello? Hello? Good morning to you.
Good morning to your guest.
Thank you, sir.
Please, can you just speak up?
Okay, I say, in speaking what is going on in this country, you understand?
Yes, sir.
The government that will find our stuff. You understand? As the area said that Nigerians want to eat. They are finding it very difficult, and the government continues to lie for people that is recovering money, collecting money from people, looting money. Nigerians are not seeing that money. And common Nigerian man cannot eat. People are just eating whatever that comes their way. And that's why this sickness is busting out and everywhere. And look at the killings. Okay, imagine Joe. What happened to Joe? And what do they call them? Say, you declare the terrorists. You declare it terrorists. But 8 men are killing up to today. You never declare the terrorists. Are we not supposed to suspect that his hand is upon this thing? You understand? Let him tell Nigeria the truth, what is going on in this country. And look at the thing. In fact, we are tired of what is going on in Nigeria. They should tell us what they are doing, because even when we left PDP are not worked as for 3 years. They are not worked as they not bless Nigeria, and Nigeria will survive the heart of this APC. May God help us.
Amen. Thank you very much for calling. I hope you have gotten your PVC ready. Okay, just quickly react to this while we move on to the Imo State fight.
You see, he's still talking about hunger and killing in the country, if I heard him well.
Yes.
The kind of security that was provided for the convention, I heard that up to 5,000 or 4,000 to 5,000 policemen were drafted to protect the life of APC members.
And with such number, we still had fights at different points in the convention.
Yes, the crisis was initiated by themselves, which police cannot avert it.
So why did we have security presence there?
They did that to show that they are in government. If they were not in government, do you think they can have that kind of policemen? They are in control of police. IG is part of the APC. So they can stop any other way, any other security anywhere to fortify their own security here. The same day they were there when killing erupted in Plateau State. And several lives were lost. Up to 86.
86, yes.
Were killed, massacred within some few hours.
All right. Please, let's pick this call. We lost it.
So, the way police need autonomy,
Can that work for us?
it will work for us. They need autonomy just like party need autonomy. Like we're discussing that we didn't end it. But I told you the party is not being financed by members. Every member is expected to pay a token.
Monthly dues?
Monthly dues. That's what is used to finance political party. That's how to separate these lords, feudalists in political parties, and then make the party democratic enough. Then anybody can now claim and beat your chest that I belong to this party, I am part of the ownership of this party. It's our party.
All right, now, if you're advocating for the police to have autonomy, now, if the police is still being controlled by the powers that be or controlled by the center, and the IG of police could not, honor the invitation or the invite of the Nigerian Senate. Now, if they go autonomous, what do you think would happen?
In India, I don't think they have anything like IG. Police is state affairs. Like now, if you build the security for federal capital under the Minister for Federal Capital Territory, then if anything is going wrong, we know who to hold responsible. He is in charge. If the number of police are not enough, he's supposed to make enough policemen available. If Plateau State are in charge of the police, I think there's no need crying to Abuja or running to anywhere. If you think the number you think is enough for you, you engage them. We are having shortage of policemen in the country. Out of the few, about almost 500,000 policemen in Nigeria, about 300,000 are attached to politicians.
Wow.
And foreigners and multinationals and banks. So the 200 million Nigerians maybe are left with 100,000 policemen. Ratio, what do you get? 100,000 policemen to 200 million Nigerians. If you go to Aso Rock, it's a battalion. If you go to the office of the vice president,
okay,
the same thing. Minister for Federal Capital, the same thing. Senate president, the same thing. Deputy Senate president, speaker, ministers, all the ministers are here. Every senator is attached to a policeman or two. Some have up to 7, 8. House of Rep, they have their police. Are you following me? PAMSEX, they have their police. Judges, they have their police. So reduce the number of these policemen from what happened in the federal capital. How many police will be left? I don't know if I'm talking.
I'm listening to you. So
they share the police amongst themselves. If their children are going out to buy something from supermarket, police is escorting them. If their wife are going to anywhere they are going, you see police with them. They control the women police. The men control the men police. So the police are shared among politicians, public office holder, captains of industry. Even now, you can see some of the clergy people, imams and pastors, they have a routine of policemen. So where are the police to do the security job? Go to Jos. See the massacre in Jos. See the life was 80-something life was lost. 86 life was lost. And they are busy here doing convention. The president did not stop it and rushed to Jos. His presence will make a difference. If he could not go, he did not send the vice president. They were all there watching the ballot boxes and back, even when there was no election going on. Even what they were doing was selection. 80% of those that emerged from 23rd to 24th of June during the convention were based on imposition. They selected them. We knew the result of this outcome of the election before it was done. We knew Ochomole was the chairman in wait. Because they never wanted this man to remain. Actually, the man was not even doing his work.
But before the election, we had a number of contestants that were coming in to contest for that position. But along the line, they started dropping one after the other.
Can you survive what you cannot see, you cannot capture? Are you with me?
I'm listening.
They were making the noise from their state at their state level, where they have their power. The power at the center belongs to few persons, 3 of them. Tinubu on one side. There are two APCs. There are two persons. Tinubu on one side, Buhari on one side. These are the people that command the respect. The hierarchy of the party belongs to them. So those who intentionally, who came out to serve, printed posters, paid money, went around campaigning, there was no level playing ground in Abuja for them to play the game. They had a unity list that was endorsed from Aso Rock. So they have their list containing those that are already shortlisted to do the work. That's why I told you the mandate of the president is secured. The foothold of the leadership of the party is consolidated.
Now, what do you think Oshomole can do for the party next year? Because we have less than a year to go for election. What do you think Oshomole can do?
Well, it's not a matter of Oshomole. It's a matter of the opposition cannot put their acts together. At this material time, in before 2015, we saw what was happening. We knew there was going to be a serious fight. But now, what is happening? Where are the political players? Where are those who want Buhari's job? Who want Buhari's job? In APC now, nobody can pick a form. The Jonathan era is back. Nobody can pick a form of APC. When you pick it, it's as worthless as Zimbabwe dollars, they used to say. And I don't even see anybody with the courage and the muzzle to pick that ticket. It's won already. It's secured. And the opposition, selfishness and greed, and above all, integrity. They have question mark on integrity. Most of them are corrupt.
Who now? APC or PDP?
I'm talking of the opposition.
Okay. Now, what about the ADC, the new coalition that Obasanjo is actually bringing to book?
Well, Obasanjo has tried his best. He told us that the moment the coalition transforms to a political party, he will cease to be a member of it. But now he has been able to bring his vision to the mission, to the area he's supposed to be, what he promised us. It has manifested already. And he has gone back to the cocoon, has gone back. Where are the people to move the party now? Where are the actors? Where are the people that said they want to change the change? Where are the people that said Buhari is not doing well? Where are the people that said they will challenge him? They are running, hiding from one corner to another. The PDP, every day the member of PDP are leaving PDP for APC, the party that said they want to take over by 2019. And they are now coming up again with multiple candidates or aspirants, which will not solve their problem.
Yeah, but there will be a primary first.
Even if there's going to be a primary, having known who is your opponent already, you should know what you need to tackle your opponent. You are coming with the best among the equals to face your opponent. Buhari is not a small man. You can't wave him aside. He has his integrity still standing, working for him. Who are they bringing? What's the asset of that person? What? Oshomole said the first non-millionaire to win presidential election. Without money, he has won. Now the money of Nigeria is with him. The security is with him. He has local government chairman with him. He has councillors with him. He had ward chairman with him. He has local government chairman. He has minutes. He has everything with him. Is that when you will come to experiment or deceive yourself, bringing multiple aspirants here and there? One will declare in Kaduna, one will declare in Sokoto, one will declare in Kaduna. No. Go into the room and come up with a formidable candidate to show that you are ready to fight. It's a serious candidate. Is Buhari serious? And the ADC, Who is in charge of ADC? Who is the national chairman? What are they doing? What's the level of mobilization? Where's the awareness? What are they doing?
I don't think there's still time for that.
The SDP is selfish. Somebody before even joining the party want to be the leader or the governor or the president of that party. When the party is not on ground, when the party has no structure, you are coming with your ambition. If you want to use any tool you want to use, you should have the tool. If you want to fight a war, you should have your armory. You have your everything ready to fight the war. So I don't see seriousness.
All right. Can we just pick this call?
Hello, my name is Kashim Bono.
All right.
I'm Kashim Bono.
Go ahead. You're calling from where?
I'm calling from Borno State.
All right. Please turn down the volume of your TV set. You can go ahead now. Oh, we lost the call. Okay.
So this is what is happening. It's so sad. But then, the president is not doing badly. But economy of the country need attention. And there's no two ways about it.
The security too needs attention.
Yes, he has asked for the recruitment of about 5,000 alternate policemen, which I think, based on what I was telling you, they have shared the few policemen among themselves. So we need more recruitment. That will create job opportunity.
How transparent is this recruitment going to be like?
Yes, I heard that it was JAM that was handling it. Not like when one person will take 500,000, 1,700,000 naira before you can serve your nation.
Yeah, but still in this way, we saw some persons coming up with this accusation that JAM had to say some questions in Arabic and some in English. Excuse me. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning. All right. It's a pity.
You see, that issue of Arabic, Latin and whatever, I don't know what they were talking about. Those who are qualified will succeed. An inscription, there can be something. If they're asking you 3 questions, they will not ask you to answer 3 questions.
Okay.
You will be asked to answer 2 questions. If there are 5, you answer 4 or answer 3. So if you don't know the Arabic question is there, leave it and answer the one you know.
Hello, good morning. Okay, please. Can you speak up? From where? Ocean State. Please go ahead. The what?
I'm very happy that the APC have done their numbers and they have done their numbers very well. But we are praying for the president that the economy of Nigeria, the economy has passed better. And secondly, we wanted to see a strong party that they all the attractions and president and stop their prices by themselves. Because we know that the 4 years of the president is not enough to arrange the test that we have performed. But we know that if Nigeria can give him time, I know they are still on Mr. President and he can do the problem that Nigeria is. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I couldn't hear all, but very, very notably, he spoke about the economy, that the president's attention should be drawn back to the economy of Nigeria. And we have barely 2 minutes, 2 minutes to leave here. So probably we could just wrap up with that.
Yes, the economy is the in thing. They should pump in money into the economy. They are awarding contracts and paying. And they're paying multinationals in dollars. They will repatriate this money home. It will not affect our economy positively.
All right, please, you just conclude with this call, sorry.
So,
hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. My name is Kevin.
All right, please. Our time is fast spent. You could just drop in your words in a jiffy.
Yes, I want to talk about the security issue in the country. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. You know, anytime we are talking about security, the president sometimes is incapacitated because already the security, we are on the security in this country. And you know the number of security we have in this country. Like the police, we have about 350 and 160,000, and with the rich men. So the public is left with only few. If you divide that, given the international standard, that is the UN international standard, that for every 40 people you have, you need one policeman, well-kitted one, that can disperse them in an event that there's crisis. But already the system is on the police, and our legislators, most especially the Senate, they are not helping us. Okay, look at the security issues that we're having in this country, but the budget was sent to them. Instead of them to increase the number of personnel that will be in every nook and cranny of Nigeria, they were busy cutting the budget, adding the other issues that are not even important, because life is the most important thing. So I think the problem is not only the president alone. The president is even the Senate, which is the National Assembly.
Right, thank you very much. Sir, please, could you just conclude the end? Probably a minute, just round over this and react to this.
I'm urging the president to look at the security aspects of the country. This killing is going on unabated. It's too much. People are dying. The same hungry people are dying. So we need enough security, not the film, the security chief of army staff, police are acting on behind the microphone. You don't see security boys behind the microphone. You don't even see their faces on the screen. What did they want to do there? But this one are busy on television every day addressing the press. Is that where they provide the security? And again, the president needs to pump in money into the economy. You need to create job, award contract and pay. That's how to grow the economy of the country. Award contract, every local government, everywhere, and pay so that the money can go. Workers, hawkers, everybody can get the money to feed and survive. That's the way out. No two ways about it.
All right, thank you very much, Nigeria, for standing by and, of course, for watching and listening to this. We'll still continue with this topic because that is what is current, because it just happened yesterday and we did not exhaust, and of course, we can't even exhaust the outcome of a peace convention just within a few minutes. We'll continue with this topic tomorrow, but before then, I remain your host, Uche Uduma. Thank you very much, Citizen Goodman, for coming. Thank you very much, Nigeria. And like I usually end the show with, if we are not comfortable with how the economy is being moved or how the security of Nigeria is being played with, what do? Go and get registered and have your PVC. That is your mandate, to effect the change you want as a person in Nigeria. Before tomorrow, God bless us, Nigeria. I still remain Uche Uduma, signing out from National Discourse today.